all you fishermen, we've got a situation. You're here on land and the fish are out there and they're running. The tuna are running this year. So how are we going to get them? Probably a good way would be in this 1994 26 Skipjack Flybridge. She's very well powered with a Volvo KAD diesel engine. She sits on this tandem axle galvanized trailer so you can bring her from San Diego to Ventura and chase the tuna. She's loaded with electronics, good condition, ready to go. So come with me as we do a walk around tour on Bonza, this 1994 Skipjack Flybridge boat. Starting off forward port, we get a look at both the trailer and below the water line on this vessel. The trailer's heavy duty galvanized, tandem axle and a spare tire right there. We've got brake washdowns on there to help preserve the life of the brakes. This is going to give us a nice side view of the vessel. It's the classic Skipjack model, which they made for numerous years. I think about 20 years they made this one. Coming down along the side, we see that stainless steel radar arch, bimini, radar dome, and the outriggers right there. And then pulling in close, there's our badge right there. Coming around to the transom, we see we've got a second ladder right there, the name, and the extended swim platform. Trim tabs are right there. And here's that 280 Volvo drive, 4 blades in the back prop, 3 blades in the forward prop. If you notice, we also have some hose bibs for freshwater washdown. From here, let's go aboard. This gives us another view of that extended swim platform. The owner has added this second ladder right here to make entry into the cockpit that much easier. You can see we've got that walk around on the side there and lots of additional in-deck rod holders. This gives us an overview of the cockpit. Notice we've got nice clean combing pads, which are within the past few months. In the center there we have an oversized bait tank, maybe 2 scoops, with a bait prep table right there. This cockpit is large enough for 4 people to fish in comfort. And then we have lots of in-deck storage. This large hatch in the center is engine access, and on the sides we have storage and a fish box right there. From here, let's go aboard. This gives us a fuller view of the cockpit. The combing pads hit right below the knee, and the rail hits at the top of the legs. This offers great support to help you pull in the big ones. Circling around, this gives us that overall view. Engine access is through that large center hatch. Just pull it up. You can see we've got some heavy duty springs right there. Right in front of us we have that Volvo KAD 42 230 horsepower diesel engine. Notice how neat and clean, well organized the engine space is. Even check on that turbo over there. You see there's no soot, no rust or anything. And again, let me stress, the owner takes very good care of this vessel. We've got 3 batteries there. All of our hoses appear to be nice and solid. No signs of leakage anywhere. It's just a nice orderly engine space. Pulling back. There we go. One last view of the engine. From the cockpit here, let's head up to the Flybridge. As we can see, we've got some custom deck chairs in there, which are easily removable. They're a lot more comfortable to drive than the standard seats. Here at the helm, we see our shift throttle, fuel gauge, trim level indicator. We've got a fuel flow scan here, and then all of our engine operating gauges off on the left-hand side. That's where that Raymarine C80 unit goes. We've got a second VHF radio right here, and then switches and our autopilot right there. This gives us a quick view of the bow with the windlass. Then as we circle around, notice our stainless steel radar arch is hinged so we can lower it for storage or traveling, whatever we need to do. Our outriggers are included. We've got our Raymarine radar array there, and our running light, anchor light right there, actually folds down. Overlooking the cockpit here, we see we've got the bait tank with a prep table right there and 3 hatches. Port and starboard are fish boxes and storage, and that centerline hatch aft is for engine access. Up against the transom, we see we've got a freshwater washdown, and under the new gunnel combing pads, we actually have a raw water washdown. From here, let's go inside. We enter the cabin through this sliding centerline door. Notice how nice and cared for that wood finish is. Right in front of us, this gives us an overview of the interior. The whole deck is aggressive non-skid, easy to care for, easy to clean. Now, off to port, we see we have our Skipjack power panel, AC DC right there, and a conveniently located 50 amp windlass breaker right there. These seats are double wide, and that table can be lowered, and this becomes yet another sleeping area. We've got lots of storage up under those seats. Notice these side windows, they open up to allow fresh air into the boat. And in front of us, we have forward-facing windows currently covered. Right here on the table, here is our Raymarine C80. This is the unit that goes up above. As we move forward, we see we have down below, we've got our microwave. To starboard, we have our galley, refrigerator, a nice porcelain colored sink, single burner gas stove. It uses the 1 pound canisters right there. And then as we go forward, a second VHF radio, drawer storage, and then here we've got our forward V berth, big enough for a couple folks, gunnel storage right there. There's our isinglass for our bimini enclosure. We've got a nice hanging locker right here, which goes forward for about 2 feet for more gear. There's about 6 feet 2 inches of headroom here. The Skipjack is a classic. Notice we've got a teak dish rack and glass rack right here. And then as we come back, we see in our head here, nice teak door. Magazine rack, very important. Also a freshwater flush toilet right there. Stainless steel sink. There's our window with privacy curtain. And our pull-out shower hooks up right there. Bonza's well powered with that Volvo KAD diesel engine. Comes with a trailer. Very well kept, nicely appointed. Viewer today, fish tomorrow at South Mountain Yachts.